Hello everyone. Today we'll have our first introductory session on personality development. We all know that nowadays there is a lot of stress on the personality development. Okay, by the way, what do we mean by personality development? Developing a personality means developing the way we um, bring about ourselves, the way we talk, the confidence in us, the positive attitude, our right temperament, pleasant, acceptable professional soft skills, and overall development of us for a successful and impressive career. Okay, so personality. In the basic sense, personality is nothing but a word which is derived from a Latin word persona, which means a mask, means something which we pretend to be, which we are actually not. Okay, so personality development in the sense we are trying to be something what we are not deeply. It is a combination of individual thoughts, behavior patterns, attitude, perception, ideas, habit, culture, characteristics, and so on. So it tries to change our appearance, the way people see us, and the way we can grab attention and impress the large audience. So by if you go by definition, it is a constant pattern of thinking, feeling and acting upon in totality of our sentiments, attitudes, habits, skills and so on. So when we talk about personality development, we are trying to organize ourselves in the way we react, we talk, we carry out ourselves, how we try to match up with the environment, and the ongoing interaction of temperament and character. So, developing a personality means, in the sense, we try to be something very distinctive so that we can make a mark wherever we are with confidence, so that our uh, impression, or you can say the way we go, can be improved and we can reach our goals successfully with great confidence. So basically, if you see human beings, now as we say, we are human beings is a social being. Okay, social in the sense we can't stay alone. We need to stay live in groups. So if we do see human beings in totality, we can have three types of personalities. The very first being an extrovert personality. An extrovert is a person who is very talkative, who tries to have a great social life, who likes to meet people, travel, join groups, he wants to be remembered, recognized. He or she likes to be, you can say, a winner, and always people should surround that person or talk about him, or there should be a fan following. So extrovert are people who like to hang around and be in groups and want to get noticed. So if you talk about people, if you talk about professionally, extroverts can be one of these. They are say person who are, say, acting in the front office, drivers, smokers, robbers, thieves, etc. So whoever wants to talk with people, mingle, they are called as extroverts. Introverts are on the other hand, the opposite of it. They don't like to go in groups. They don't want to be attached to any community. They like to live alone as they have their own world roaming around themselves. So they live in their own imaginary world of passion. So they are crazy about something particular, and so they are behind that work. For example, intellectuals like teachers, scientists, thinkers, philosophers, artists, so writers, all these are about very passionate about their hobby or their creativity, and so they don't like to waste time hanging around and talking. Then we have one more type of personality, that is an ambivert personality. It lies somewhere between the two extremes, that is the introvert and the extroverts. So people belong to this group, both like to join group and also uh, are happy to remain alone and wander around their passions. They are middle-minded person who want to take the best of both the type of a personality. They will like to live in groups, and also they are intellectually very strong. But sometimes they don't join people outside their own thinking groups. So broadly, we can classify personality into three types. The next thing here is the dimensions of personality. We have basically 5 dimensions of personality. The first being openness to experience. So if we talk about any person, he can be inventive, curious. So when you say curious, means that person who always wants to know something new. He is curious about how things work, why sky is blue, why leaves are green. So some or the other question is always hanging around in the back of their mind and searching about it. So in this curiosity, they may spoil something, but still it ends up in gathering of knowledge. So they are risk takers, they are constant learners, they are creative people, very inventive, and so they are open to experience. They are not scared of anything. They are fond of taking risk and learning new things, increasing their horizon of knowledge. On the other hand, people may be not open to experience. They are very much conservative, cautious, and consistent. Before they do anything, they think twice and always feel that if I do this, something wrong may happen. So better I don't do this. So they are very cautious and take small steps. They are not very curious. They try to be very safe, only follow other people, and they're not leaders or risk takers. They try to follow people when they are confirmed that nothing bad or there is not anything which is unsafe is going to happen, then they will do it. So they are very consistent and cautious. Second dimension is consciousness. So people may be efficient and organized, or easygoing and careless. So some people are very much efficient in their work. They like to do things on perfection. They don't like any haphazard work. Once they start something, they are behind it, passionate enough so that they can complete the work in the right way. Everything they do is very much organized. On the other hand, we have people who are very easygoing, careless. They're not bothered about anything. We can say the habit of say chalta hai, or something like that. They are not much cared about, very careless. They don't think about doing too much about anything. So if something goes wrong or some mistake, it's okay with them. They are very easy out of it. Then the third dimension is extraversion. Okay, so people, I said we have to extrovert or introvert. So this dimension falls under that. So when you say extrovert, they are very energetic, outgoing, fun-loving people, mingling with others, hanging around. Others are introverts who try to remain solitary, alone in their own imaginary intellectual world, behind something. Very much reserved means they don't talk much, but very much you can say intellectually oriented. The next dimension is agreeableness. So some people are very much, you can say, um, they listen to anybody and they just accept it blankly. Okay, so there is no question of asking why, when, what. Okay, so they are very much agreeable. Something, you can say, very innocent. They accept things as it is. They're very much friendly. They don't hurt anybody. They think twice that whenever they speak, because they don't want to hurt anybody. They're very much compassionate. They always feel that I may say something wrong and people may get hurt. So they try to be very soft, compassionate, friendly, and they take things as it is without doubting anybody. On the other hand, some people are disagreeable. We call them analytical or detached, means you tell them anything, they will ask you 100 of questions so that they will not believe you until they're sure about it. Okay, so they are detached, they don't trust people so easily. Okay, they are buying something or talking something or making friends, they make it sure, they cross check and then confirm it. So they're very analytical, means they go in details, they want to be sure. They are detached, means they are again introverts, so they don't want to be good to everybody. They are basically nice people, but they don't want to be good to everybody and have pain for themselves, so they are a bit detached. Then the fifth dimension is neuroticism. So neuroticism means whether you are, you can say, nervous, sensitive, or whether you are confident and secure. So some people, even they know everything, they are intelligent, they have the knowledge, but they lack the confidence. They are scared or shy about saying something, doing something, even though they know it. On the other hand, if somebody's, they're always cautious and nervous because they feel that they may do a mistake and it may be a blunder, people will laugh at them, okay, so they're very much sensitive. They don't like to be insulted or somebody should say anything. If somebody says anything, they immediately get crashed emotionally. So on the other hand, there are some few people who are intelligent and have confidence, and some others who, even though they don't have the full knowledge, they are very much confident, or sometimes you can say overconfident, bold. They're not scared about anything, and they feel they are always right. Okay, so every one of us have these basic 5 dimensions in the positive or the negative way, or you can say the softer side or the harder side. But all type of personalities have these basic 5 dimensions in some or the other context. So next we'll talk about what is importance of personality development. So we have seen that there are many institutes talking about soft skill development, personality development, um, because people now don't have the confidence to, we can say, the courage to go in front of people, speak, create a credibility or interact. We don't find much of a leaders. So when your personality developed, the appearance of you is changed. The way you talk, the what the you can say the wardrobe or dress what you wear create confidence, and this confidence can be seen in our you can say body language, our soft skills, which adds to credibility of our personality. A person with better confidence can interact with people, make themselves understand, and get noticed, and so the message will be transferred easily. Personality development also helps in motivating oneself, developing leadership skills. People become more curious, their communication skills enhance, and the way people approach them is totally different. Okay, so these things are being added by personality development. Okay, so these are the basic concept of personality development. So in our next session, we will talk about the further details, that is the process of personality development and so on. So if you have any queries, do comment and raise your questions. I will see to it that they will be answered in my next sessions. Thank you. Have a good day.